Hello everyone, I hope you are doing well. This is Amol Vaddamwar. In this video, I am going to introduce about design validation plan. Let's start. What is DVP? DVP is a simple documented tool used to ensure that the product or system or component meets to its design specification and performance requirement. This document proves that any procedure, equipment, process, material, activity which actually leads to the expected result. DVP is the next step to DFMEA. Depending upon RPN in DFMEA, the component or parameter can be arranged in design validation plan. Design validation contains validation plan, validation method, validation report. What is validation method? The process to confirm that any procedure employed for specific test is suitable for its intended use or not. Validation report. The result from validation report can be used to judge the quality, reliability, and consistency of the particular component or system. Here are a few validation methods. Number one, testing method. This can be done in static as well as dynamic conditions. Number two, analysis method. Number three, inspection or demonstration. Number four, study of historical evidence of similar design. Number five, relevant scientific literature or standard method. Later on, we will see details about each validation method. Now, what is the need of DVP? To ensure below two questions. Number one, are you building it right? Means to check that the design specifications are correct or not. Number two, are you building the right thing? Means to ensure performance requirement. Here are few benefits of DVP. Number one, it reduces risk early in the process. Number two, it proves that products are made to design requirement. Number three, reduces complexity of faulty detection. Number four, reduces cost because cost of fixing a design or quality decision at later stage is exponentially greater than early stage. Now we will see what validation methods. Number one, testing method. Validation of product using a control and predefined series of input data. This can be done in static as well as dynamic conditions. It ensures that product will produce a very specific and predefined output as specified by requirement. For example, brake system efficiency check. Static condition. Push your vehicle by applying all three ways, all three brakes. Similarly, as we do in technical inspection. Number two, that is dynamic condition. Test vehicle as per brake test rule. That is, drive your vehicle 50 meter at a speed of 25 km per hour and apply all three brakes. Then vehicle should stop within 5 meters. This can be done at vehicle's maximum speed. Then second method of validation, that is analysis method. Validation of product using analytical calculation and modeling or simulation software. It allows validator to make prediction statement about performance of a product. It has to predict the breaking or failure point of a product using non-destructive testing. For example, front impact test using ANSYS. Analysis of crash vehicle on a wall which is running at a speed of 40 km per hour. From analysis, we will get maximum equivalent stress and maximum deformation of that particular component of vehicle or impacted component of the vehicle. Based on the resultant factor of safety, we can state that the driver will be safe in front impact. Now, number three is the inspection or demonstration method. Inspection is nothing but examination of product using one or more of five senses. That is visual, auditory, olfactory, tactile, and test. For example, we need to check weld quality. And how we'll check? There should not be any crack or gap on weld. Also, roll cage though should not have any sharp edges. So this is the inspection. Then demonstration. Demonstration of the intended function of a product using given input. Means that is, for example, kill switch. To verify that pushing of a kill switch will dead whole electric drivetrain. Demonstration is nothing but to just to verify the functioning of particular product, component or system. Number 4, study of historical evidence of similar design. Validation of product using previous year's testing result of similar design. That is, past testing results can be used as a reference to modify or redefine same or new product. It will reduce testing time, effort. Also, it will help to increase your testing accuracy. For example, in transmission system, by taking previous year's testing result as a reference, one can modify transmission system to get desired output. Like can modify gear ratio, can modify selection of wheels, etc. Number 5, relevant scientific literature or standard method. Validation of product using a relevant scientific literature in standard method or research paper. For example, determining rolling coefficient of tire. This is one standard process step, that is coast down test. The coast down test is a standard way to determine rolling resistance of a vehicle. Here are a few following steps to determine rolling coefficient. Number, accelerate your vehicle to a predetermined velocity. Then free ride the vehicle in a straight line until it comes to a stop. Measure distance and time taken for a vehicle to come to a stop. Using below equation, you can calculate rolling resistance of tire. So this is all about validation method. Now design validation format. This is standard format of DVP, which is you have to fill and submit. Here we have to validate any part or parameter, then responsible person, after that design or performance requirement, then which validation method you will be used, then equipment or instrument, after that number of trials or frequency you will conduct to validate that particular parameter or part. After that there is a validation test, observation and test result. So read very carefully instructions, then design validation plan evaluation. Design validation plan will be evaluated by cross mentor, which will be allotted by EP cycle, and they will evaluate your DVP on the basis of below 4 parameters. Number 1, activity breaker, which will be allowed 20 marks. Then test planning at vehicle level, 20 marks. Then test planning at component level, which also 20 marks. Required resources versus availability, which is also 20 marks. The total mark allotted for DVP is 80. Here are few tips to write DVP. Number 1, read DVP instruction very carefully. Understand need of DVP format and evaluation parameters. Then in-depth thinking of validation of failure items that will affect your vehicle performance. Then proper methodology to select a validation method on the basis of your resources available, then cost, then quality, then your manpower, etc. Few items can be validated in all four phases, that is design phase, prototype phase, fabricate phase, testing phase. So think about it. Then try to gather references or proof for every validation method or test. It will help to justify validation method or test choose for the particular component or system. Try to relate DVP with DFMEA. Depending upon DFMEA RPN number, you can arrange the component or parameter in DVP. The last one, till now, if you have done anything, any validation, then write validation result in validation observation or remark. So thank you so much. Stay home, stay safe. All the best.